Good morning, everyone. This is Deborah Anderson from Chakra Chakra with another lesson, blessing, and hopefully a message. Father, Yah, I ask that you come into the room and you speak to me and through me, that someone make it a lesson, blessing, or message. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed will be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the power, the kingdom, and the glory, forever and ever. Hallelujah. Yah has not given us a spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Any tongue that rises against us in judgment, Yah shall condemn. For we are the righteousness and the inheritance of the Most High Yah. Hallelujah. All right, you guys, today the lesson is still coming from Deuteronomy chapter 28. We're starting at verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. This is talking about when we went into slavery. You guys took wives, but master would come in and make you stand outside the door while he go in there and have sex with your wife while you listen. So this is what that's talking about, that you should take a wife and another man should lie with her. And y'all know we built a lot of houses, the White House, the main house, the big house, but we never was able to live in those houses. Y'all know we planted vineyards, but we never did eat the grapes or gather the grapes of that vineyard. Thine oxen shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them. This talking about before you left Canaan, they took everything, they stripped you. They took all your food, your animals that you had for food, and they took your animals that you had for work, and they gave them away to your enemies. They slain your oxen and your cattle and ate and didn't give you any of the meat. Lord have mercy. It says, we at verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given to another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and they shall be no might in thy hand. Now y'all know they were selling us off to other masters. They would bring us in as a family, but then they would separate the family. They would sell the father to another plantation and keep the mother at another plantation, and then disperse the children to another plantation. So they were separating the families, and then those families, once they got separated, 9 times out of 10 they never did come back together as a family. They were always separated until this day. But today they have a different way of separating the family. It's called Child Protective Services, where they come in and they remove your children and they give them to other families, and they don't let you know where they locate these children at and what type of family they're with. So they still take our children from them. We don't know from us, and we don't know if our children are being fed, if they're getting proper sleep, if they're being raped on at night. We don't know anything. So surely we long for them all the day long and worry about them, because we don't know who they are. We don't know who they're with and where they are. And that's still going on to this day. They just have a different way of taking your children. It says, the fruit of thy land, and all the laborers shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. When they came into the land, they took everything. Remember, we were living in Canaan, where everything was plush, fruits and vegetables was plenteous. They took all that stuff. They made us go work and get it out the fields. And it's the same thing as when we came over here to slavery. We planted the food, we reaped the harvest, but we didn't get to eat of the harvest. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. It was for mass. So that they shall be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. Yeah, that pissed us off. We was crushed. We was weak because we had been taken from our home. We was sad. The Most High had stripped us of our strength. We was always stronger than the nation that took us. We could have beat they. Boom. Anytime we got ready. But by us being so weak and seeing everybody being taken and scattered, it just killed our spirit. It says, the Most High shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs, and with sores and with a sore botch that cannot be healed, from the sole of thy feet or foot unto the top of thy head. Y'all know we was gonna have pestilence. They put us on a slave ship. They put that metal around us. Most Israelites have, or Judah, shall I say, we have metal allergy. We really can't wear metal against our skin for long periods of time. It'll start to break the skin down and eat the flesh. It like eats away at the skin and stuff until it makes it all rashy and sore and raw. So yeah, they was causing all kinds of germs and diseases. We wasn't able to keep ourselves clean on that ship. And some of them ships stayed on the water for like 6 months, some a year. They was getting lost and everything. It says, the Most High shall bring thee and thy king which thou set over thee unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. Now y'all know when we came over here, the two main religion in America, because he did this because we was over in the land serving wood and stone. Y'all know everybody had their little statues and their little mounted images and had them hid in their stuff. So the Most High saw everything though. So since we were being sneaky and trying to hide and worship these things, he sent us to a land where the people actually worship wood and stone. Now you're free to do this, and you probably don't want to do it now since you're able to do it, because you had to be taken out of your land to do it, because Most High wasn't going for that in Canaan. So today they bow themselves down to the cobblestone, which is the Muslim faith. They worship stones. They said it's a meteorite that fell from the sky, so I don't know about all that, but I know it's a rock. And they done shaped it, and y'all should look at the cobblestone. It look like a woman's private parts. That's why it be freaking me out. I'm supposed to be a stone, a rock. I don't know. And the wood, y'all know, the crosses. Remember after slavery was supposed to be over, how they was burning those big wooden crosses on everybody's line if they wanted to kill you. They burn a line. They burn not your line, but they burn a cross on your line. And that scared the people of the house. Because when we was in the land, when they was killing people in the land, that was their way of execution. They would hang them on a cross until they be dead. And break their ankles They would break their ankles because once they break bones, that would cause the person to suffocate quicker and die hanging on a cross. So, yeah, that cross became a symbol of death unto our people, especially in slavery. When they saw that cross burning, they usually socialized it with the KKK, but it was just the Romans' way. Think about it. We was taken from out of the land, and the Romans is the ones who crucified Yeshua. How did they crucify him? On that cross with a few other people that was being crucified that day as well. I don't really call it a crucifixion. I really call it an execution, because that's what it was. But it brought fear in us, that cross, or our ancestors, because we are the next generation from that slavery thing. We were just a couple of generations from slavery. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We are in slavery, but our slavery is different today than it was for them back that worked in the fields and was beat on their back, because ain't nobody taking no beatings today. Y'all know if master come down here trying to hit you on your back trying to take a whip or something and whip you, you're gonna fight master back. Now everybody is able to carry weapons and everything, so ain't nobody gonna be beating up on nobody these days. They got a little bit more respect for us than they had back then. But they still, as what's the name say, they still hate us. They still hate us. There is no love in their hearts. Remember, they worship Cain. And Cain is not of love. I'm sorry. He's of greediness, selfishness, everything for me, 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 me. And that's how the people of this nation is. They want everything for themselves. They want to be the ones on top while everybody else be beneath them. But I bid you this. Money does not make you on top. Your spirituality is what makes you on top. Who do you serve? What do you serve? Because I tell you what it all boils down. When it all comes to an end, those that stand with the Most High Yah is the ones who's going to be victorious. Anybody serving anything else, anybody else, is on the losing end of that stick. I promise you that. So I know who to put my faith and my trust in, and so shall you. He said, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, a byword among all nations, whether the Most High Yah shall lead thee. Now y'all know they call us niggas, porch monkeys. They called us all kinds of things. I don't even want to go into some of that because it was very degrading. They called us everything except the children of the Most High Yah, which that's who we were and are. Hallelujah. So we ain't gonna go into the by names because we got a lot of by names for them too. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thou shalt carry much seed into the field, and shall gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. He was taking away everything, because remember, everybody didn't leave the land. Only Judah was taken out of the land, but the other tribes were still there. They were still in the land. They may have not been in Canaan, but they were still over in Asia or Africa or Israel, whatever you want to call it. They were trying to plant food and it wouldn't nothing grow. It kind of reminded me of the Ethiopians' land. You remember how barren it was and dry? Nothing would grow. They would have to go like 2-3 cities over to get food, or towns. It's ridiculous. But that's what happened because of our disobedience. He allowed the insects to eat up the food. He said, thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shall neither drink of the wine, nor gather the grapes, for the worms shall eat them. Well, I assume so. If you ain't there, how can you maintain something that you're not there? You was taken to another land, another country. So you couldn't maintain your garden and things of that nature. So I'm sure they was overran by bugs and all kinds of things, thorns and thistles and all that. He said, we shall have olive trees throughout all the coast, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for the olives shall be cast. shall cast his fruits. I mean, they was just gonna be falling to the ground, rotting, because ain't nobody gonna be able to prune the trees. But you guys, that's the end of the lesson, blessing, and message for today. I pray that the Most High forever shine His light on you, kiss you smack dead in your forehead, open up your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, that you may see the errors of your ways. And let's turn this around, y'all. Because we are still in the land don't mean that we have to do as we were taught. Let's do what the Most High showed us to do. All right, you guys. I love you. Until tomorrow. Deuces.